advocacy group, Youth Capital, is spoken out about the midterm budget as well. What were the priorities? Let's try and get some reaction now from the organisation, from Youth Capital. I'm joined by Kristal, Duncan-William. Good morning to you. And so give me your thoughts, because my understanding, if I take a look at where your position on this would be, you're not entirely happy as far as youth employment is concerned.
Absolutely, Gareth. We, listening to the budget yesterday, we were a bit disappointed in the lack of mention around youth unemployment specifically. There were about 4 mentions of unemployment broadly. But, the crisis of unemployment is really falls onto young people. And the minister referenced a lot around the idea of economic growth. And there can be no economic growth if we aren't getting a salary or money into the pockets of young people who make up, a large percentage of the population.
So when we now take a look at the issue as well, for the number of youth that are unemployed, I suppose the issue is trying to find job opportunities for the youth going forward. A, where do we get those? And B, how quickly can we get them, do you think?
So I think there were some encouraging, hints at things that government's doing, working with SMEs and reducing red tape for small businesses to operate, because we really believe that small businesses are the key to unlocking employment opportunities in the formal economy. Big corporates are saturated and they can only absorb so many young people. But then in addition, the minister made reference to the 74 billion that's been put aside for public works opportunities. And we know that we had the biggest public works opportunity in the history of this country at the beginning of this year with the Basic Education Employment Initiative. And at Youth Capital, we're saying if we're going to invest billions into public works opportunities, then we need to make sure that they really work as a stepping stone for young people into a next opportunity. As you say, we need to create these opportunities for young people, and a couple of months of employment doesn't really help a young person unless we ensure that they get mentorship and training and clear guidance on a next step when those short-term government opportunities end.
So what I'm hearing is that there are opportunities and frameworks in place, Kristal, but we need to try and get the youth into these programs. Is that where one of the sticking points is?
Yeah, I think the sticking point to date with the ever-increasing numbers of unemployed youth, currently 9 million young people not in employment, education or training. Why that numbers continue to rise is because government and big business have continued to come up with solutions that are very top-down, without consulting with young people, without understanding what it's like to be a young person and the challenges that they face. And so we at Youth Capital spend a lot of time talking to young people and speaking to young people who have come through these programs. And these are the things we hear over and over and over again. So I think, it's great that governments put the money aside, and these are small tweaks that we're actually speaking about that could have some real impact to make these opportunities really, give us a return on our investment as a country.
And it's the sentiment from so many experts as well. It's just that small tweaks in the right places to try and alleviate youth unemployment. What a pleasure to speak to you this morning, all the way from down in Cape Town. Youth Capital's Kristal, Duncan-William joining us. We're going to be back with